We need a sensible debate about gun control, which overcomes the cultural divide that exists in this country. And I think I can play an important role in this. I voted to ban a semi-automatic assault weapons. I voted to make sure that there's an instant background check. I voted to make sure that guns do not get into the hands of people who should not have them by doing away with the loophole that exists in the gun show legislation.
Guns. Millions of them. Thousands of types and sizes. They originated in 1364 with very rough handguns and cannons. They have a pleasure and a sense of security to them. The Second Amendment states that a well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms, shall not be infringed. What does this mean? We believe that anyone that is responsible should and can own a firearm. Guns are a controversial subject because they are dangerous and can be used in a terrible way. Last year alone, there were 236 shootings in the U.S. So why did the Founding Fathers make the Second Amendment? To be used as a self-defense? For fun?
I interpret the Second Amendment to mean exactly what it says, that the people have a right to bear arms, that they have a right to form militias, and that the purpose of these rights are to protect the citizenry from tyrannical government or potentially tyrannical government. You have to remember that in the day that the Constitution was written, there was huge threat and perceived threat to the people that the federal government would go astray and cause them problems and put them at risk and take away their freedoms that they had just won. And you have to remember that this country is a republic. This is, a lot of people like to think that we live in a democracy when in fact we live in a republic, which is a very different thing. In a republic, each state is allowed to make its own rules and its own laws, and they bind and bond themselves together to form a federal government to provide protection.
Washington is split down the middle with the gun control issue. Democrats are saying tighter and limited control is the way things should be. Even some are saying just the military should have them. Republicans believe in background checks, but like to give more freedom to the people regarding guns.
As the Second Amendment states, it's the right of the people to keep and bear arms. So I believe that the average citizen, Joe Blow on the street, should be allowed to own guns.
So say like everybody in this room was legally carrying a gun, right? Would that deter crime from happening? In my mind, yes. There's just too many instances of people who have a group of people, a state, whatever, who has less restrictive gun laws, who are able to legally take care of themselves and protect themselves. There's less crimes that occur against the whole populace.
Taking the guns away from law-abiding citizens does nothing to affect the criminals that possess guns. You pass laws that restrict the Second Amendment right of your average law-abiding citizen, and all you're doing is making it harder for a law-abiding person that is a gun or sports enthusiast to own a gun, to protect themselves, to do the things they like to do. And the criminals on our streets will still get guns. They will get just as many guns. And instead of going up against a populace that may be armed and may be able to protect themselves, you're going to have people that are unarmed, unable to protect themselves, and are facing criminals with dangerous weapons.
Guns are a great thing that, if used correctly, can protect us and prevent crime. They are for all of us to use in the correct way that our Founding Fathers wanted us to.